So in Game Week 22, I got 86 points, a much higher Game Week ranking with this team. Let's take you through the highs and lows of my Game Week. Stay tuned. Welcome again to a video by Football Never Sleeps, where we take you through the highs and lows of trying to compete on fantasy football. Last week, I think it said fair to say I failed miserably, getting my lowest Game Week score ever. This was a little bit more of a return to form, and looking through my teams, it's just kind of one of those weeks where you just seem to make right decision after right decision. So kind of looking through where I got, and it started off on that first kind of crazy night with a 9-0 to Manchester United, and I saw some amazing scores out there that had backed some Man United defenders as well. I think my big mistake of the week was captaining Salah rather than captaining Fernandes, and I don't really see it as one as a major mistake. So I felt I always was going to captain Salah against Brighton, but if I had have switched it round for whatever reason, then I would have entered the 100 club with Fernandes getting 17. But as I said, so it started off well. Fernandes gets 17, off to a great start, almost getting my entire total from last week with just that one. And then the next day, things just started to absolutely roll in. So obviously there was a great City game for me, like Stones clean sheet, Cancelo clean sheet, Sterling grabbing a goal. Still can't believe he didn't get a bonus point, but we'll breeze over that one slightly. While that game was going on, there was obviously a Leicester game on, and the Leicester game, my Leicester players did amazingly. Justin obviously got himself a goal and kept a clean sheet. Maddison got 2 assists, so that was an excellent shout. So just my 2 Leicester players got me 25 points. Then the game I was a bit worried about was West Ham versus Villa, because I had quite a few West Ham and Villa players in my team, and I really thought this is where I was going to fall down. But if you look at them, it kind of worked out not too bad for me. So Souček obviously scored, got some bonus points. Watkins scored. I did have Antonio on my bench. I guess the only thing that was an issue for me is that I had Fabianski in goal, and he blanked with 2 points. This is kind of one of the issues I find in my team. I never have a half decent reserve goalkeeper. I always get the cheapest reserve goalkeeper I can and place some money in other parts of my team. I guess this is one of the weeks where it kind of lets me down a little bit, but I think I'll still stick to that tactic. Possibly, maybe changing Fabianski, possibly for Mendy, who can get the same price, who I think is good value. And then obviously the kind of main event, I thought, okay, this is going brilliantly. What an evening! I'm going to get an insane score, and it's still with Salah and Robertson to play at home against Brighton, and 2 blanks, and that really was the one that sort of ended my momentum. I think if Robertson and especially Salah had come through, I would have been on for an insane score, like probably into the hundreds and then more. But Salah had that one chance where he just sort of like hit over the bar, but that was probably the only time like Brighton certainly deserved to win. And I'm actually thinking, since Robertson's been terrible for me since I've put him in the team, so I'm thinking of taking Robertson out, bringing in a United defender, especially with City and Liverpool playing each other, and obviously that covers 5 of my players. So I think I need to take a few of those out for next week. But let me know how you did. 86 points, I was pretty happy with that. I've seen some pretty big scores out there. I think the highest I've seen so far from my followers is about, 113 someone got. But 86 actually seems to be, as you can see from my Game Week rank, I was fairly happy with it, but I think looking at the Game Week rank, it maybe wasn't quite as good as I thought it was. So I think it was my Liverpool players that just let me down. I think if they had got over the line for me, I think I would have got an insane score. But much happier than this week compared to last week. I feel like I'm kind of back from the dead and roll on next week. Enjoy.